Hello, hello. Good time of day, everyone. Hopefully the ambience isn't too loud. What heck did I grab this from? Fat Frog Studios. Alright. While ago, a bunch of video game ambience I had bought. Might as well get some use out of it. Anyways, so today's stream. You aren't? How about now? That's more about matching my voice from this end. Okay, I'll keep it at the keep it at that. I just sort of thought that'd be too loud, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, without further ado, I need to clean this up. Here we are. So, today, as it says on the stream, going with Sameko Saba. The random indie VTuber that just popped up out of nowhere that everybody likes. So, got her sheet right here. It is not the most overly designed thing. I think I said this the other week. That, let me just move this a little bit for me. That a lot of VTuber designs seem to go ham on details and a bunch of stuff just on a basic costume or outfit. And this isn't quite that way. This was actually quite simple. Though all the rigging went in the ears. Those ears are quite rigged. It's probably literally like a third of the time spent. Anyways, but we have that. Now, that said, I am going to be working on a more sprite-sized model where, like I'd have something like that's huge. Each thing's about, 45 or 48 pixels, yada yada, go all the way down. I'm going more at an 8 pixel height limit, and probably ending up something more looking like this as an end result. Smaller, you could put it into a game that has about a resolution of 240 by 250, or 256 by 240, and you'd be able to work with it. That's what I'm going with today, so it should be a little less marathon-y than my other ones. That said, I'm going about 8 pixels high. She is definitely 5 heads high. That said, she's about 6 heads high because of those ears. So 8 pixels high times 8 because I give myself a head length on both sides for a little bit of slop. So 8 across for 5. And then to one side. So that is this is the size we're working with today. And we do have an even split down the middle. So, just starting off. Head. Need to go paler, which is strange because she's, lighthouse keeper, therefore she's... Oop, that's the wrong direction. So I don't think people would really have a problem with me making, was it Garu? Yeah, Garu. G-Y-A-R-U, Garu. The whole tanned fashion in Japan. Desaturate this a bit. Let's drop this down to like 75. Guy Aro? Aro? Oh, we know what I'm saying. This is why I don't even try generally to say foreign words. Good enough. Okay. The main question is, how are we going to do a head shape? Oh, this just looks too pale to me, but I know it isn't because I'm literally matching the color with it. It's basically just white. She's a ghost fish. Now, I think I'm going to keep this being face left, face right sort of deal. As I said, going mostly off this sort of thing. Which also, you know, simplifies the details I'm going to have on it because it puts all the ones I need. Which is still a lot. Left eye. I think it can just go with a step. Yep, sky blue. She has a little yellow tint down there, which I've seen pop up a few times. Oop. Oop. Do we like that, or can we go... That's a little too much. Maybe if we go like... Could work, but I don't like it. Oop, 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 oop. No, 3 works. It gives us a mid-blink, which I generally like. Let's try doing that. See how this goes. This is going to be much quicker, so I can baff around a bit with some ideas. Oop. There we go. Eye closed. And the question is... should I be making the... making full face plates for the eyes, because there isn't going to be a lot of like moving, so I can work with things. Anyways, let's just do front hair and see about merging everything else later. You know, I could practically use flesh color for the hair. It's a little too orange though. Let's move that, break it down a little bit. Desaturate you to about 48. Increase brightness to about like 85. Good enough. And we got that streak of blue. Now I gotta decide, am I doing it left facing or right facing? Left facing would be you put it on the bottom right of your screen, which works. We have very few like left facing VTubers in the industry. Models are more front facing, but they come about every now and again. Oh yeah, it is. It's just, do I want to choose it to be left facing? Because video games is right facing. Video games, standard sprites are usually right-facing, which is kind of weird when they come from Japan. But they went with the American standard of you go left to right in games. They do. It's just, which side do I want to be the canon side? Because if I was doing this in a video game, I need to decide which way the character is going to be facing the most. As I said, in like a run and jump game, you go from left to right. Therefore, the cannon facing is facing right. So, yeah. I mean, like, if 90% of the time you see the character and they're flipped wrong and not canon, you got something a little wrong. I'm pretty sure there's a game out there that does it, but... just because... Oh, yeah, we definitely have it facing left. I mean, like, the eyes are over here, just... Do I want to do this, or do I just do, you know, like, this 3 times and go with it? I think I'm going to have it facing left. If I really get into the minutia, I'll just double up on things. Ugh. Okay, anyways, back to this. So we have this. Just the thing you have to think about. Kinda don't like it being down that far. You gotta think anime girl, 80s hair. Though the hair size has deflated over the years. Okay. Sidewalk. Now, I think I'm going to have to put on some... Oop. Oop. Oh yeah, she has this. She has the hair flap. She just doesn't have very prominent ones. Now, I may want to screw with the color because this is too close in saturation to the skin, which is a problem with, you know, doing anime blonde characters. They have a bit of a issue with matching a skin color. Except with Gyaru, because they're specifically going for a darker shade through tanning features, and that makes the blonde hair pop, which is half the fashion. Okay, let's go with that. I might need to outline it later, but we'll get there when we get there. You all go into a folder. Head group. Yeah. Like, get it at about here. Look at that pop. I may need to move that sidewalk a little more in. Let's do that first before I move on. There we go. Maybe move this one out a bit. Did I lock this? Yeah, I think this is moved out a bit. Okay, anyways, I am fussing. I shouldn't be fussing. Now, roll. Nope. Shift down. Okay. Neck, I'll figure out coloring scheme, because this isn't going exactly standard. I'm already way off the standard setup for these. Because I've exceeded the palette colors already. Except for maybe a SNES game. Joint body. So, as I said, she's about 5 heads tall, so... And right about here. Is she? Well, definitely on this one she is. Well, let me just measure. Yeah, it's about 5 heads tall. He is very cute and funny. Okay, so right about there. And then a butt right about there. It's very important to know because fishtail. Okay, oops, that's not the right. That's what I want. And once again, a issue with... let me turn off head for a second. Okay, and then she has the white shorts as well. I'll probably merge the legs into here, but for now, we have what we have. And I can just do blue stripes. Half blue stripes. She has a interesting cut in her swimsuit. I mean, I could probably like show that it right about there. And then on her shorts, she has navy blue as a top rung. And I don't need to do anything right there because... And she has a little bit of the side bows there. I might emphasize them later, but I think I can get away with just doing that for now. And now she doesn't look so naked. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on to legs. We're going to have a front leg, back leg situation because that always works better for me. Front leg. So I was saying, probably using this a little bit because it's already pre-made as an idea. I don't have the full animation here. I could pull that up though. It wouldn't be on stream, but I could pull it up. Because it was Elu. I mean, I could just look up Saba and she probably reposted it. And yeah, on the whole Skinner box thing, YouTube has decided to have this feature. As people have been talking about it, they don't really like it. It encourages people to be spammy and encourages people to compete for attention. And whoop. Got to mute that. Yeah, that's just a bob and switch. Okay. Didn't know if there's anything more. Duel. I did the intro, and then Sheena did the little other ones. Okay. Or no. Wait, she did the background? They did the background? Okay, it was background. Yeah. Duel did the animations, and Sheena did the background. Okay, that's all I need to say. Well, there's also super chats factored in. So it is a disaster waiting to happen. Okay. Legs going forward a bit is kind of cute. I think I'll keep with that. I'm pretty sure that super chats are involved in there. Let's go with these stubby legs for now, and then I will just, sweet summer child. You can all even get that far. Okay. Yo ho. Okay. She's a little back heavy with that tail, so we can kind of do this, and it still looks cute and balanced. Because might even want to lean her forward a little bit. I think I'll go with that because that's cute. And for sprite purposes, that means I lean her back and just move all this stuff back. Okay, so we have that one. We can duplicate this and make a back leg. I'll probably be coming, well, back to this later. And as per usual, when you push stuff into the back, one of the better things you want to do is drop the color. You want to drop the saturation. Some people even push it to black. But I'm just going to drop this by this amount, and I think I should be able to go fine with it. So we move this forward. There we go. Very much can say, hey, this is the back legs. And I just want to work on arms a little bit. doesn't have anything. Yeah, she has completely... completely bare arms. Going to that, and I don't... Thank God I don't need to detail any of this. This comes down, and then we just have it like that. We could do some weird stuff later, but first, let's duplicate that and just see if our shape looks good. I'll throw on back arm. I'll throw on the hair, just so we can see that the silhouette looks good and this doesn't look like an utter mess. Which it probably does. I have no qualms about that. This is just me working on it. Oh, it helps if I'm in the right layer. Okay, then we flip that. Might be a bit too dark. It might just be a bit too saturated. Let's drop this down to like 55. Oh, redo that, please. Maybe just drop this down to 55. Nah, that's a little much. This works. It's just I'm not feeling it as much. Helps if I'm in the right layer. Though that said, I had figured out the other week, if you hold Control and press a button, you can switch to layers. It's magical. Because because it actually does pixel-related collision. So if I hold Control, press here, I'm in body now. If I hold Control and press here, I'm in side lock. I wish I had known this years ago because it's very useful. Make sure you use it. Okay, so we have this. You know, I should move everything down a bit. I started at the top because I was silly. Oh, let's remedy this a little bit. Because I need room for the ears. Oh, that's literally all software. All software is terrible in training you for no good reason. Okay, so we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have her at 4. We can stretch out that torso a little bit then. Or, no, the legs should be... No, that's at the right point. The legs are a little short. Though I think it works in this, because one, it's a sprite. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's all balancing out, but... I want to overwork it, because that is what I do. Like, if you want to know true pain, you learn Blender. I didn't go far to Blender, but just learn Blender. It's all obscure, random key combinations and modifiers and all this other stuff that's all required to like make a basic donut. Her tail is actually about the same color as her hair, so that helps with keeping color palette. Now just do it, just make a donut. It'll be fun. So I need to go down a little bit more, otherwise... Oop. Yeah, I don't want it to collide with this, otherwise it's going to look a bit iffy. And then we put a bit of the tail on there. Now, depending on how stupid I get on this stream, I'll be adding some form of animation to this, to the rigging. But we'll see when we get there. Let's make this body group. I'll probably also want to have this move back and forth because pain. Okay. turn that off for a second. I still don't like how that's basically the same value as her skin. I might have to make a decision and make it darker. Or I might have to make her skin be more of a standard, you know, like that. Or I might have to just edge this on the inside and outside, which really destroys all the precision I have right now without doing outlines. Because then I have to start deciding to do outlines for everything else. You know what might be interesting? There we go. She wears little sandals too because feet. Okay, so we have that. I want to put on the hair, and then I can figure out if the silhouette works and what sort of mess I need to do with. But as per usual, I want to drop the saturation and value on this so it can be seen as in the background. Probably not the best idea, but I need as much contrast as I can get because this is all very high values. So it just looks like an utter mess. Thank you. Very useful. Okay, let's put this all the way back here. Low twin tail. Okay, so it comes off her head like this and then descends. And it's amazingly fluffy. Let me just look at this. The poof. Oh, it curves in. That can be fixed. It's actually pretty important in order to read characters, is this silly little, like, which way their hair goes. Unironically, you can have confusion. If they all have the same sort of hair layout, like it's all going... If you have a bunch of characters with twin tails, you better have other features. I'm just saying that. That you can look at and go, that's the other character. Or you better have very distinct, different twin tails. Okay, let's just duplicate this and make it left. We'll go that direction right now. Helps if I'm on the home keys. Bop. Keep that a little bit in. Possibly make this a shade darker to really put that home that this is in the back. Do I like it? I'm going to have to outline stuff and I'm not going to like it. I say. One second. I don't like this weather. I leave my food out and it gets warm. I like it when I leave my food out and it gets colder. Not kidding. I keep my place around like 75 degrees. I'd keep it at 70, but that's when the pipes freeze. Okay, and her most striking feature, we should probably get that in here. I think they're exactly the same color as her hair, and they're very fox type. Hence why the stream thumbnail of, you know, a foxfish. Actual thing that she put up there are catfish, dogfish, foxfish. I don't know why it's called foxfish. I generally go with the left side first. I don't know why. It's just a thing I do. There we go. What was the girl's front line character? It's like, I have no idea what animal she is. I just drew her when I was horny. G41, yes. I get the same vibe for, like, I don't know what animal she is. I just drew her to be cute. I mean, it could also be true for other things, but I'm not going to put words in people's mouths. That said, the artist has some daughters out there. I know of Furumi, that was one of them, and Poco from formerly Idol Corp, which is now Chroma Shift. That's a strange rebranding. I mean, I can understand it because Idol Corp is not the most Google searchable thing. Chroma Shift, that's unique. I don't have the fidelity to do what they're doing. I basically get these ears and that's all I get. Okay. At our most base level, what do we think of this? Let me turn off this. Let's put it on a background. Dark blue. At 400, because that's usually where I live on displaying characters. Let's turn off the blink eye. Okay. First things first, I want to break up the neck, so... Not break the neck. You pet the fish, not that hard. Where are you? There you are. I think I want to cut off that bottom layer. Do I want to have a mouth? If I try to put a mouth on here, what will it look like? First off, let's put these into its own thing so I can try and have some sanity in here. There is no sanity. I mean, I'm this far in this. It's no sanity. Sprites this size shouldn't have mouths, but you can get away with it. See? Close, and then like we do like pink or something for open. Kind of silly, but I think it works. I'm not getting eyebrows in here. That's too much. If I were doing this also properly, these would be their own face layer, so that there is no fighting between it, and I just replace head face plates. Everything goes. Okay, I think this is working, but I need to solve the edging going on here. So I need to fool around with how the main color, I think. I need to make it a bit darker. So if I drop it down to like 75, that works. That still comes off as blonde, it's just slightly darker. And then I'll have to recalibrate the rest of these, but I think that works. We'll get to you in a minute. 58, 65. Okay, let's go back down to right. That's a little too golden. I need to drop saturation more. 48. There we go. That's a little more. I don't like it, but I'll have to live with it. So 55, 35. Whoops. Okay, get back here. Hit B, hit Control, press there. There we go. Not sold yet. Not sold yet. I think I just need to desaturate the heck out of it, and it will work better. So let's drop this down to like 25. That becomes, oops. Yeah, I think if I desaturate it, I can work with it better. So I'll drop this down to like 55. Yeah. 65. And over to this other one and drop that down to 55. Now it's looking a little too brown. Looking a little brunette. Okay. Ah, colors. How I hate thee. You chameleon blend in with everything. Let's start this at 90. 80. Could I drop you in there and you won't be this? Okay, let's see side locks. Nope, I think we're at the same problem. If I increase saturation for this one, maybe I have to go for yellow. What if I do white? Just thinking. Nope, doesn't work. Going to noodle a bit around his colors. This would push you a little towards orange. I think that's the sauce. Yep, that's the sauce. Could almost keep the other ones the same, but I have standards. So I'll drop this to about... I think I don't need to even go so silly on it. Because it's now more orange than yellow. And yellow pushes up higher because that's just the range it is. Red pushes it lower. Orange is still a very high value color, but red doesn't get as high as in values. Whoops. Still looking very nice. I think I need to drop saturation more. I can't tell the difference. Okay, that looks better. Okay, let's drop the saturation down to 50. Drop this to 55. There we go. You know what? I think we could probably keep this as the same color. Kind of lose that arm though, but I have to figure out if I'm edging that or not. Let's drop it down to 55 while changing saturation. A little bit. Don't quite like that. The thing I could think of to do this the best would be like this. We also have, you know, the whole hair flaps to protect us. I think that fixes some of it. Still, I might need to edge this. That doesn't pop up anything. Okay, let me go to the proper location where I want to save this. Models. Make a new one. Sameko Saba model. Sprite model. Sameko Saba Sprite. Helps if I hit the right keys. Saba Sprite model. There we go. Okay. Well, I think this is what we're working with. I'm going to take 1 minute and I'm going to do a test to see if outlining this does anything worthwhile. I don't think I have the pixels for it. Well, actually, cheat to win. Shift inline. Ignore these ones. Maybe. I clean up the little bits down there. You know what? Just maybe. Oh, you're not above sidewalk. That's awkward. Making it look like she has a helmet. I mean, let's turn off continuous. If we do that, it kind of works. Yeah. I'll give her an outline. Maybe. But I don't think it works for the internal stuff. I think we're just going to go like that. Okay, so that said, let's clean up and actually put the rest of the stuff on her, which is to say actually give her some more clothing. Finish up her shorts. So we put this on here. There. And for back here, we probably do want to drop this down like 15 or 85. Say that it's going into the back. Drop this down similar amount. Similar, not exact. I think this needs to go out one. And this needs to go out one. I think that's the saner, simpler solution. I edge this, does it look nice? No. Okay, let's give her shoes, which is to say literally 1 pixel. They're a nice... Probably just reuse this. Give her that. I think it's a whole wraparound situation where it comes up, yeah. And we'll just do this. I don't think we can get all the detail. Higher, and it's a blue this way. And we'll use this color for this. Details, all the details. And then she has white go across here. I think we do need to drop this down because it just, you can't read it. Can you read it at 90? Barely, but better than nothing. And over here we have a little bow, which we can just cheap the heck out of by going like... Okay, so I can go like this, and then like this. Ta-da, a bow. Not the right way, but hey. And then we have a buoy over here. Once again, we need to have that. Can we go this red color, or do we need to go brighter? I think we need to go 1 pixel tall. Yeah, I think that's good. Any more would be a little weird in size. Okay, we got that. She got a scrunchie on her left arm, or right arm. So let's put that in there. Let me... I can't cheat anymore. Okay. Just put it in there like this. Well, I have all the, thank you for that, but I have all the credit to give to the artist, Dual here, and her original artist of, Show. I'm just cheating like, cheating to put every detail I can looking at this in here. Oh yeah, I need to put her things. I know what I'm going for on this. And that helps, which is to say I'm cheating off the little animation here. And that also just says, do it like this. That's the reason why I am avoiding outlines, or any lining of any sort, because, yeah, it's going to make everything disappear on this. Going so far as to actually hide that. Go in here, put this in here. Copy. Oops. Brush. Pasta. Delicious. Probably make these ones be a slightly redder. 65 and 75. That's more pink. Red, why do you gotta be like this? But I can't increase luminosity. But I can increase this, so 65. You can't even tell the difference. We just do that. Okay, does she have anything on her left arm? No. She has blue fingernails. I don't have the real estate. Cape up boat. Also, this comes around and ties up. I don't have the room for it. Or do I? Turn off head for a second. Captator. There we go. Ooh. How long have I been at this? Almost an hour. Okay. Next steps. So, as I said, I wanted this to be a bit animated. Also, I probably should put everything on her. I'm actually surprised she didn't, like, show a toggle that, like, yeah, you could take it all off down to swimsuit. I don't know. Secret toggle. Okay. All the white is going to get lost on this. It already kind of is. So I may have to outline that, which might make it look funky. Up. Closed dress? You want to call it a dress? I mean, it's kind of a sailor dress. It's pretty even. I'm not getting ruffles. I'm sorry, but your ruffles are not going to have ridges. Oop. Oh, legs in front of that. Okay, what do I do on this? So, it has some cute blue dots down here. Oops. This is supposed to be, you know, like weaved in and like that sort of thing, but I don't have the real estate. And then we get the sailor collar. Isn't too hard. This might need it, because this is like very much. I can cheat and pretend that it's like, you know, shading on this one. Because, like, you know, hey. Actually, arm should be in front of this. And I possibly want to take this down a little bit more to really run it home. Yeah, I'm going to do that in a minute. The bow we're going to have to cheap on. We'll use the same color for tail. Oh, it's a mess of white on almost white. That's the problem. And... oh. Get rid of that one back there. still too close. Let's bring a little bit of blue into here. So let's bring some saturation up to about like 25. Shift hue to blue. We might be able to work with this. So we drop this down to maybe like 80. 75. Kind of an ugly sea foam though. Okay, let's shift hue till we find something more palatable. It's a little too much. Let's drop this down, up, push it up to 80. Now we're more at just a standard gray. Oh, does the arm have? The arm has a pixel. Mistakes were made. Okay. Let's fix this back up. Yeah, that's the traditional way to make a bow. No. Yeah, okay. We put it up there, then we have it go like that. There we go. Bow. Still don't like this coloring. 85. Push it even higher. Not winning this war. That might work. We get rid of that one. We make it look less square. And then we duplicate this to open it. So, difference between closed and open starts at her top. So I can just go, oh no, the bows are the same color. Help. What color are her eyes at the moment? Let's go with that. So that's a discernible difference, therefore when we duplicate this and we make it open dress, we can just go It helps if we turn it off. Okay, and we invert this. I always forget how to invert on that because it's kind of weird to me. I'm not sure that works in the slightest. One standard size, you don't see anything. I mean, if I put a belly button in there, well, I mean, like I should, tummy. How would I do that the best? I just put a dot here. There. Nah, it just looks too off. No. Sorry, no belly button. Then we have close. Close definitely works. It's just open is kind of like, yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay. I'm going to go with it for now. If it bothers me, I fix it. If it bothers me and I don't have time, I don't fix it. It's workable, it's a lot of detail, but it gets the point across. Actually, if the dress is open, the dress can, you know, flare out more. So if we have it flare out more, then we have something in here called back dress, which is a darker color. That would go from here to here. Maybe not. I know this is going to be pain in other things. What do you mean layer one more pixel? Like, something like that? Oh. I think I can blend a little bit more from out here without it looking too off. You mean like full scale move it? I think I kind of get what you mean. Yeah. Kind of readable, but kind of isn't. That's perfectly readable. Then it becomes this, and it's like, okay, okay. Let's scrap this for 1 second. Duplicate. I think it's because we're going a little nuts with how much it should open. So let's pull this over 1. Cheat to win here. So this has to be open. That has to be open. And let's just have it like... This side can do a little bit more. Then we invert. I think that's a better thing. I don't like how it's matching that, though. It kind of should, because that's what it says it should match as. If I drop this down... I think that's the best we're going to get it. Okay, 1 second, just because I can. Let's see what number 7 does. Not feeling it. Okay. Sure. Now, for the truly terrible things, putting a little bit of animation into this. Does she have any other stripes in her hair? Or is it just that one right there? She has some white stripes. I forgot she had that. I should probably include that. It's going to be awful. Yes, she is tricolored. I think that should be enough. Okay. Let's go with the simple things, like the tail. Tail up. Okay. Duplicate. We can just hit duplicate. Tail mid. In which case we just select that. We move this down one. Turn tail up off so we can actually tell what's going on. Move this down one. And duplicate. Tail down. Or did it have the break up there? Okay, one over. And let us do the animation test. New tag. Tag. You're all like 300 because that's what I work on for figuring this stuff out. So tail up. Oh. Oop, I say. Oop. 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 Ping pong. I am thinking. Alright, I think that this currently does work for that. I might want to put a little bit of a bottom color on there. Just because it is in the back. Which, the general rule I have, if it's behind stuff, it should be darker. So I think I might want to do a little swish. So, let's go and do that. Okay, they're on. We will work on tail up as that is the default. I will grab the color and I will drop it down a bit. So, right here, actually one more over. That is going to be our mark of where we're having the tail change. Down here might be a little different. Down here needs to be a little different. Actually, is she a horizontal or vertical tail? Horizontal tail. Da, 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 da. Okay, once again, onto the breach. Losing it on that last one is a bit weird. I'd need to, like, move this down one. Like, if I put something right here, does it work? No, it just blinks. So on this last one, we will still have it up here. How does that look? Detail moves. Okay. On into the voidy. Pop. And we fix this one up by putting a single pixel there. That's on the neck. Okay. I think that one ear needs to be moved over. Much better. So, here comes help. We're going to duplicate this. Ear left mid. This is going to be ear left down. Now, can I cheat to win? That's the wrong way. Okay, so... Oh, that's not the right. That doesn't look so great going like that. If we can make it look fluffy as it flies out of there, yeah, sure. And we need this to stay like that. So I think... yeah, that seems to be about it. Okay. Into the void with ye. Copy. Pasta. Flip. Okay. Oh wait, no, these are up. These are definitely not down. That said, we're going to use them to make down. That said, I will also point this out. So, smug. One ear down. Happy. Sad. There is a gif of her ears going up so fast that they can cut a carrot in half. I believe it. Those things... I forgot to do the side tail. And the other ribbon. I will get to that in a minute. So let's have no factor on this. The reason I brought that up, I needed to see how this is. Because, I mean, like, first off, you cheat to win. You rotate at 90 degrees. Negative 90 degrees. To get the pixel perfect it going down. That said, I think I need to have it be a little more up. And I need to have it cut in a little bit more. So we can get rid of a pixel down here. Maybe have the floof be pushed over here a bit. There's not a thought in that head, just a bunch of floof. Where do you think all the air for the ears comes from? Da, 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 da. Maybe, just maybe. I can't exactly mirror this, or else I would be. That's the problem with having a single dot in there. I think there's possibly ways to fix that, but yeah. A little weird, but they're a little weird to begin with. Let's put just a bit of that right there. That softens out the weirdness. Once again, onto the breach of animation to see how that looks. We'll ping pong circulate it. Ping pong. We set its 300 so we can actually see what's going on, and then we begin the culling. Oh no. I think she said she has a toggle to disable them if they really need to go away. I don't even think she showed it on stream. That's how little she wants to use it. She wants to have as fluffy ears as possible whenever possible. Okay. I think the bottom ones need to go down 1 pixel. Yeah, because it doesn't look like they have any movement whatsoever. So if I V and pull down 1, how does it look? Now it looks like it's moving instead of like doing something weird. Now I'm just watching the fluff to see if there's anything I can do with it. That middle layer of it just seems weird. The bottom one might need a bit more fluff. But the edge is also coming down, so I might... If I exaggerate it and like go like this... That might be fine. You know, the front of the ear is coming down a little more. Also, I think I need to like just trim up a bit of. This comes down. I need to get rid of that inner layer, I think. Or that inner dot. Possibly do something like this to... Okay. What I don't like is it going like this. I think I need to do something like this. Move this in. Possibly move this over. Yeah, that reads so much better. Now, the main problem is the top one, and then it just kind of, we lose that whole thing in the middle. We have this coming out, and that perfectly translates to this, but I think what we want is something like this. Oops. Where we have something coming up here, and then we have a amount of fluff down here. Biblically accurate hair animal ear fluff. Okay. Okay, also what I think I need up here is a little bit of this down here. Yeah, that all ties it together. So now comes the fun part, where I have to copy and paste and hope it doesn't do it weird. Because a sprite and copy and pasting, somehow it screws up more than you want. Okay. Biblically accurate Saba. Okay. Okay. Now for pain. Pain incarnate. Having the legs sway. Oh wait, I need to add the little doodads. The paper boat. And the other paper boat. So we're going to have these on top of everything because I'm not going to bother. First off, let's turn this off because we proved our point and make her less biblically accurate. Right hair bow, which is just going to be like this one down here, except tilted. We're going to put this up here. It goes right here. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Reads as a slanted bow. Good enough. And then for the other one, which I've completely forgot that part, this is small, so it's pigtail, left pigtail. Does it have blue on it? It has blue on it. Okay. So this has that part, and then a little bit of going up on here. And I can just do this. Give it like that. And then I can go paper boat by stealing this. And then I think I can steal the other blue. Nope, it is same blue as this. However, it's going to be a bit back, so something like this. And then we drop this behind everything. So I think we lose that. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. We need to rethink on this. Just have it be basically, I guess, like there. And then a bit there. Possibly not even that far out. I think the small paper boat over on this side just doesn't come into play. We'll have a bit of white to distinguish it from the rest, but it's there. Get rid of that little thing. Okay. back leg full tilt, because this is the most she's going to tilt. So let's duplicate that. No, let's do it the front leg first. Close up the head group. Front leg, duplicate. Front leg, full tilt. What are you? What the? That made total sense. I love when it does stuff like that. Okay. Duplicate. Front leg. Mid. Tilt. Maybe we make this 2 animation. Or 2 frames and I'll be happy. I won't be happy, but I'll say I'm happy. Ooh. That's a mistake. So let me... make sure that back leg fully set up. Alright, the other... Oh, wait, back arm. I'm losing my mind a little bit. Okay, anyways. So we need to get rid of this layer 2 because it is polluted. I had noticed that I was selecting over here, so I had copied that over. Because what I really want to do, and move this over 1, turn this off, move that over. Yeah, this might just need to be like 1 frame. And then I have to do something with the body to have it like... Because I have a bit of the back arching. So, oh, this is going to be painful, but I can do it. Then I also want to do something in the arms. Yeah, I think this is just going to be... Yeah, these are going to be 2 framers. I don't think it's worth the effort to make it into 3 frames. And literally we just like, you know... This is going to look weird because she isn't going to be like moving back her entire... Well, I can do it. I can do it. He says in accepting and pain, resignation of what's going on. Okay, so we grab it all. We move it. I said we grab it all. Really? I wish to grab everything. Do not deny me this. There we go. And we move it back 2 pixels. And then we fill in this little side here. Whoops, nope, the wrong layer. Okay. Oh, you reached through everything. Oh, I love you, Ace Sprite. I love your weird inability to allow you to select correctly and not affect everything. You're supposed to make animation easy. Okay, let's make sure we have the right thing selected. Hit V. Move over 2 pixels. Cool. Now we delete this one. And we zoom up here. We turn this on. And we delete this one. Then we go back over here. We delete the full tilt. And then back down here. Okay, so what do you say? I don't like how you stay there, but he does tilt. Maybe if I move back 1 pixel, it'll look better, because then the middle would stay in there. Okay. Maybe not the best, but not the worst. I'll live with it. 3 frames would make it better. 3 frames to rule them all. Okay. So next on the list is arms. Is there anything on her arms? She has a scrunchie on her left arm. Her right arm. So... duplicate that. Mid is going to be every 2 it's going to staircase. So shoulder stays in the same spot. Very important. And then boop. I don't like how it's making a thing there, but let's continue. This one's going to be basically... I hit M. Thank you. This one goes up. And then this one goes up. And we can stretch this out one. Okay, let me just test this before I full send. Alt-N, 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 turn on all 3 of these, put on the tag for ping pong. Okay, 3. You know, if I set up the original one to be like, 300, I don't have to ever do this again. That'd be really smart. Am I going to do it? I'm going to do it right now. I'm never going to do it again, though. Okay, now we begin deleting the extras. Boop. 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 See how this goes? All right, but I think at the end we need to cut off this and move this up 1 more. How does that look? Because you go like, oh, it's like too wide, and then all of a sudden it gets really fat at the end. Because you're looking at the diagonals on this. I think this is perfectly workable. So, let us go. I hit the magic delete button. I hit the magic save button. We have a smear from... yeah. Oh, that's why. Okay, back arm. Back arm down. Duplicate. Back arm mid. So as I said before, we Control Shift I. Yeah. Every 2. No, I want M. Oh, turn that other one off. Okay, actually we can turn on mid so that we can compare. Yeah, that looks about the same. So we can turn on up to compare. Back arm up. So we just flatten everything out. We can delete Didn't I just... Oh, I didn't fix it. Whoopsie. So go like this. Move this out, we move this up. Okay, let's go back down here. So now, bring everything up here. We shave off the bottom here. And then we move this up and move it over. Maybe move scrunchy over. Yeah, that fits. He's T-posing on you. Okay, save. And do an animation test to see that I'm not completely lost in the sauce. Oop, that's not the right one. Two take. Ping pong. No desine. That is a Rumia joke. For people who don't know the Tohos. Okay, and we're starting with the Rumia pose. Who has the most bizarre fact that Zune forgot to cut out some Windows noises when he was recording. So there's some Windows 95 or 98 beep in there that technically means that Scarlet Knight was it Scarlet? I forgot what the first of the new batch was. Remilia and the rest has copyright infringement from having that beep in there, unless that's not copyrighted, but it's still funny. No, the original, not the old Tohos, but the newer ones from Remilia. Like, I can only remember Perfect Cherry Blossom. I don't remember what the first one's tagline is of the new series. Quote unquote new. This is like a decade old. I have this gem case somewhere. Anyways. But yeah, she was the first boss in that, the new one. And she had some random audio from Windows baked in, and it's funny as heck to me. Okay, so there's all that. Now I want to make this play. Should I get the pigtail physics? Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, that's what it was. Thank you. Do I do this? Am I dumb enough to give hair physics to this sprite? Because it'd be... Oh yeah, I also want to see if I can have the body go up one. Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Then the second one was... Was it Perfect Cherry Blossom? Maybe. And Perishable Night was the next one that had the rabbits. UFO was after that. Unidentified fantastical object. And then... It's been a while. Yeah, Remilia just wanted to walk outside during the day. Do I do it? Not for a vampire. No matter how moe you are. And your perfect charisma. Okay, can I do the body? First off, let me put all the ears into their own thing. Oh, I should split them up, but I don't want to split them up. This is already going to be a pain once I bring this to a proper resolution to make it a model. So I just know there's going to be white outlines everywhere. Especially on like going from dark to white. This is going to have so many outlines that I might just want to make sprites line up. Okay, first off, here's Kimono Mimimoto. We don't know what kind of ears they are. The internet thinks fox. Has anybody drawn her as G41? It has the same vibes all the way down, I'll be honest. I'm going to pull up an image of G41. Just low twin tails. I mean, there's some tie up down here instead of up here. I mean, she could wear shorts, but yeah. Just a bit. Okay. Hair group. Group. Mouth group. All right. Let me check on something quickly. Also, let me see. Is there any other ones I put on here? 2. How do you sound? 2 similar. 3. How do you sound? Sounds like you're at the start of Devil Trigger. 4. How do you sound? Good enough. Okay, now to actually check the thing. Bop, bop. All right. 1 second. All right. So I want to see if I can get a bit of a lean. There's already a bit of a lean inbuilt in this, but I want to hurt myself, it looks like. So, all I need to do is see if I can unbend the body. And then, like, technically, like, you can if you see the bottom of the shorts through the dress, the clothes dress, that wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay, what happens if I move it up 1? Whoop, that's the wrong one. I mean, I can just go, like... Then when this moves up 1, it covers everything. Okay. So, we've figured that out. So, if we find body, put it on that. Body tilt. That means we can duplicate this and have body full. All we do in body full is we move this up a pixel. turn off body tilt, and then I feather in this. And then I go into pain later. Okay, time to do the dicing. I love the dicing. Okay. Now, as I said, I should probably put like plates down for this. What I mean by plates is that this should be basically surrounded by anything that is a lighter or darker color that is going to be on the other thing. Because not A-Sprite, Live 2D will love to put a completely transparent pixel down the edging of this that goes all the way to the background and ignores everything. It is so annoying. Grab this. Like this, like this, like this, and like this, like this, this, like this, like this. Now, for mouths. Similar. Actually, I had said this before. I am just going to copy and paste this down onto the head. And this will be head, mouth open. And I will copy and paste this down to a duplicated one. And then do this across it and call it head, mouth closed. And then we get around some of the issues. Not all the issues. Some of them. And I just pray... Okay, other thing I should probably do is flatten some of the hair group, because these aren't going to be wiggling. So... move you up. Merge down. Main hair. Do I want to do anything with the hair back here? I'm thinking, and it's a very bad thought. Also, do I want to bring this like forward a smidge? Does this look better? Then we have the non-tilt version, which is just, I think it works. Just put a dress on her, see if it covers up everything. Also, I could do this so that each one of these has a connection. Close dress would be like pushed one over. I think it's fine. Okay, let's get back to dicing up things. So, closed eye, right. Chop. Right eye close. Oop. Eye mid. Right eye open. Pop. Okay. A little too much creaking. What's also on there? How about you? Actually, 1 second. Do. Yeah. Good enough. I'll just stay with it for now. Okay, so we got the right eye, we got the left eye. Now let's do the ears. The arms are already diced apart, though they might as well be in the same thing, but due to layering issues, we want to have them. I can make the dress flare up as it goes up or down. No, too much. I already have far too much on here for setup. Let's just split the kimono mimi motos. Paper boat. Okay. Here, right, up, boop. Here, right, mid. Oop. Well, it looked downloaded, so how about I move it over here and give it a spin? Okay. Hey, that's the wrong place. There we go. Let's start with one of Sailing in Storm 2. There we go, a little bit of background music. That's all I wanted. Here, right, down. Okay. So we have all that. Let's begin the rigging process. All the pain and sorrow it brings. 1 second, let me hide the screen. Yes, I want to run the script I'm trying to run. Yep, I authorized the script to do the thing I'm trying to do to make it run. Okay, that's out. Let me pop it open. One second. Things being weird. Okay, close that folder down, close that down, close that down. Too much crap open as usual. Okay, I think I can find it from this one. So, go up into my storage folder, go into my models folder, go into the Saba, or Sameko Sabas. Okay, pop that open. Make it huge, absolutely huge. Turn on everything. I'm currently in GIMP trying to fix this. Get rid of the background layer. Image. Scale image. Times 32. How big does that make it? Times 64. These are going to be chunky pixels. Make the resolution huge. How big are you? 32. A third of a gig. That's something modern modern games would put in as, you know, just a basic texture. So I can't be wrong. Okay. Let me open up Live 2D. And the next cubism isn't out. Sadness and pain. I haven't run into the issue, but I've seen the issue pop up that it has tries to solve. When you'll see it in visual novels that use the multiple components approach, i.e. they have a blank face and then they blit on eyes and mouth and all that so that they can change the flaps and how it's open, yada yada. But there's a problem when they do a fade out in transparency that'll look really weird because it's adding up alphas between them. So like eyes and mouth will float around longer because it isn't blitting everything to a single texture and then fading that out alpha wise. It's fading all those out and they accumulate the alpha when they're pushed in to the surface. Anyways, does this look awful? Oh, we might have it. I don't see anything too bad. Biblically accurate. Doesn't have any green in. Oh, you can see it. Look at the ugliness. I don't think it's going to matter because it's like way out here. Oh, so close to greatness. You might not even be able to see it, but I can. Those arms. Okay, about on here. This doesn't look too bad. We're getting some of it down here, but I'd expect that because, yeah. Okay. Let's begin the ritual. Everything turned on. Everything selected. And now we give them standard or little deformation. The bees have not come out to play. So now I have to play with what the heck I want to work with. I need to have eye smile. No, I think I'm going to go off of eye form for that. So I can get rid of this. Into the abyss. I don't need eyebrows. I don't need X, I, Y. Because these are going to be static on here. I mean, I tend to do the weird thing where I actually will move them around, but it's not going to work well with this one. I don't need cheek. I do need the XY body. I don't think I need the X. I'll keep it though. I don't need any of the hairs. So this is what I have set up. I'll now group these by the sanity. So create folder, you are angle folder. Actually, it's been about 2 hours. I think I want to stand up for a second. So I will do that. You can go down here. I can hit this button. Okay. Back in here. Thank you. Hi. And this will be mouth. Now, we're going to have a lot of derivatives because we have to cheat a lot in this. Oops. I thought I got rid of it. Void. We're going to have a new parameter. It's going to be called ear up. Ear up. And create a folder. Derivative. Called derivative because it is none of the functions, none of the parameters inside of it stand on their own. And we're also going to have tail up, tail up. And I'm making it this so that I can have a few things in there to force it to be up based on, like, I don't know, if head angle is really high, tail will stay up, head angle is down, tail will stay down. But otherwise it'll be kind of influenced by, like, breath. Okay. Anything else I'm going to need? Sure, lean. And then I'm going to make a toggle folder. Call it dress state. Dress state. It's going to go from 0 to 1 as most as toggles probably should. That's not in here. Create folder. Toggle is, there we go. I'm not trying to move that. Okay, let's minimize this so I can actually select this and put it down there. There we go. Make it gray, which makes it white and dark mode. Okay, so let's do that first. Set you to 0. Actually, let's do this proper. Open dress toggle. Throws you all the way to the bottom. Oh no, it doesn't throw you that far. Where's the other one? Make one for you. Closed dress toggle. These can be in the dress group. Dress group. Okay, set these both to 0. The closed dress goes from 0 to... Oops, my bad. There we go. Goes from 0 to 25. And 0 to 25, it is 100%. Just 0.251. And then put all the way down there. For you. You, especially you. 100%. 100%. And just 0.501 and 0.251 so that we have the insta-toggles. Just flings that right off. Okay. Now begins the rest. Did I not split the ears? Oh, God. What the heck happened? Oh, the tags. Okay. Stupid tag. Okay, go away. Go delete. I hit delete and you don't even bother. I didn't slice them up in here. Oh, okay. I need to fix that. Oh well. I love when it does that shit. Nothing as good as like, hey, I want to select this. Oh, you want to select the layer, then duplicate it. You don't want to select the pixels that you're currently trying to work with. You want to select the entire layer. Okay. That's easy. Down is one layer, so I can just go like this. So does that mean eyes aren't cut? Oh, whatever. Gotta fix it. Okay, how do eyes look? Did I screw up all the eyes and do a bunch of extra stuff while working on the wrong frames? Probably. B. Yep, did not split these. I don't know why it's always such a pain to just copy right and left. There's always something that blows up on it. Nope, it can't be like that. It has to be larger because of the edge. Boop. Boop. Okay. Once again, let me do the little dance. I'll be right back. That's also why I tend to delete the animation the second I'm done with it. I hope I didn't do anything else. Did I do all the body tilt on... No, I didn't do it all under there. Thank God. Okay. Or did I? Yep, I did it. Okay, let me fix that. Okay. Okay, this is going to be mildly painful to fix, but it can be done. Once again, delete the background. Hopefully it actually sticks this time. No, I said delete the background, not just, oh, delete. I'm fighting two bad programs. I shouldn't say it. I'm fighting one bad program and one that's, oh, you want to do everything all the time. I'm not a fan of context. You know what? Throw this out. Let's just start fresh. Because I'm getting different sizes on this. There's something funky. It's not fight. Like I said, I didn't do too much work on the other one. Okay. Yep, I know there's something wrong with it. That's why I brought it in there to fix it. I love pop-ups that add nothing to your workflow. They bring me such joy. Okay. Now we'll see if I have all the cuts in there. So it might be at this point I do have them because I don't have like 7 different things that shouldn't be there because of the animation stuff. Looking fine. Okay. Standard deformations. Let's give it some more B's. Okay. Don't need smile, don't need X, don't need brows, don't need angles. Mouth form is going to be our main usage for smile. We need breath, we need that. Cheek we don't need. Hair we don't need, and we're back to basically where we were. I'm going to make all the extra parameters here because they're extra annoying when I don't. So ear up. Ear up, and that's going to have a -1. We're going to have a lean. We're going to need a dress toggle. That's going to go from 0 to 1. Dress toggle. And I don't think I'm going to bother with doing like the other toggles right now for the other things. Okay, let's create a new folder. Angle. Oop. Actually, this needs to be... Okay, we'll read it. Left ear up. Right ear up. Okay, this becomes the mouth folder. This becomes the derived folder. This becomes the toggle folder. Wow, it didn't even map to that. Okay. Purple, yellow, orange. Okay, let's get back to doing this. So, dress open. Open dress toggle. Okay, instantly completely move you in the hierarchy because that's very useful to lose where you just were. If you don't know that, it's very useful to never know where you are in your hierarchy. That's sarcasm. And this will get dress warp. Set these to 0. Up. This one has those two. So 100. 100. Oh, I have that backwards. That should be... You know what? Start over. Both 0. Okay. Then on the open one, it gets this. Then I can, while I'm here, oh. I'm going one. There we go. Okay, so the fish can strip. Very useful. And now for lean. Back leg warp. Front leg warp. Okay, get these both up here. Start making the toggles. Front leg stand toggle. Front leg tilt toggle. Actually, I don't need to go that far. Because I could just have this be leg warp. Leg warp. But all the legs in leg warp, they aren't going to be like moving. Did I really not? That's where selection's so weird sometimes. So in here we can have the two tilts and not have four. Tilt leg toggle. And then have stand leg toggle. And I'm going to say, set both these to 0. She no longer has legs. And at 50% it goes full lean mode. So for tilt, actually let's move this out a little bit. At 20, at 20.01, no, we should have that 0.5. Yeah, that'll help us out more. Okay, for stand, that's 100. Well, let's tilt. I can't select the right thing ever. Okay. Okay, let's fix that up. It looks very weird right now, but I'm going to need to move the whole model over in order to have this line up properly. Right now it does a little shimmy. Okay, let's create a new parameter. Call it arm up -1. And once again, let's take all the arms and put them into a thing. Set all the arms. Where are the other 3? There they are. Arm warp. And then we're going to have arm down warp, or arm down toggle. I don't think there's any agreed upon, at least I haven't seen, for what you should name stuff, because like programming, it's all just random crap that you think of at the time and think you make a good one, but then it doesn't make sense later. So I try to have it warps or groups or just standard warps with stuff contained in them. I sometimes just use it for organization. X and Y, I use the rotation as a point to move it around. Sometimes the warps get to use that, but it's just sliding X and Y. The toggles are just opacity. I don't bother trying to make them anything else, but I use warps because it doesn't interrupt any sort of, well, warping that goes on below it. Arm up toggle. And I don't even say standard on that, so... There's no, as far as I can tell, there's no coding errors, like putting it down to the JSON file. Because that's all that this does, is it makes a very complex, like, JSON file of what everything is named, and then, like, all the calculations of where every triangle goes. And then embeds the texture into it. That's my basic understanding of it. Let's do this at 4s. Okay, so down is down here. Mid is right here. Okay. Now to make this match up, minus 0.399, 0.401. On that, what's the next ambient sound like? A little bit of rain is nice. Okay, on lean. So max will be max lean, which we already have embedded to there. Oh, do we want to do this yet? Nope. I want to do ears. So like what I do with eyes. First, let's put all these into a group. Ear warp. Now these I cannot do the proper thing, so I'm going to make a toggle for every one of them. Ear right toggle. Ear left. Ear right mid. Ear left mid toggle. Ear right up toggle. Ear left, that up, toggle. Okay, we got all them. We're going to start it on the left ear warp as I do with eyes. I know we've random animaled our girl. And they aren't all going to have that, so let's start with downs. Bop. 4 seems good. As before, set it up the same way. Mids. 4 seems good. 4 seems good. Minus point. Point's very important. If you don't put the point in there, something bad happens. which is me throwing a fit as I try to figure out how to grab something that's off screen. Oh, that's, we need to do ups next. Give her ups. 4, 5. The carrot cutting position. Okay, amazing. Okay, so now we grab all the right ones and then move them to right ear up. Okay, mostly, I mean, the reason why I have two of these is that they're going to be influenced by a full smug smile will put a bit of down to this. And eyes being low might influence that. We'll see how it goes. But that's the only way I can think of doing it, and I want to attempt to get it. Okay, we have the ears. Let's do the eyes. So once again, put these all into a group. And then begin the toggles. Actually, this is generally how I do it for when there's a closed and there's an open and then there's some extra ones in there. So I don't have to fiddle with... I end up with a bunch of transformers, but I don't have to fiddle that much. You'll understand in a minute. Right, closed, toggle. Left, closed, toggle. It's basically, I don't have to mess with figuring out for the close. And I don't have to make very complicated... I'll just show you. So now, all these can be set up as this. And I could choose where I want to have my thing happen, which is at 3.5, just because I think the middle blink should be a little bigger on this. So now the close is set up. Not set up. And there. We have the basic open close setup, and if I want to be really lazy, I could just then do the next part of it on here. But I am going to put the transformers on here anyways. And you would want to do this mostly on transformers because then you don't have to deal with oh, I did something wrong, but now I have all this junk attached to it, but I don't want to do all that, yada, yada, yada. Okay, right. I full toggle. Either way, it's choosing a poison, and this is what I find delicious poison. You could do better. You could do worse. Left eye, full toggle. Okay, so now we have all these. Minimize them so that I can grab every section properly. Set to 0. Put it in here. And I said I wanted these to be a little open, so 45. So now that I have that, I could just go like... Don't have to deal with an annoying middle. That's all I get out of this. It's not rocket science. Boop. Okay. 0.651. And now, look, I'll click off here so I can actually do stuff. Our fish blinks. Not like a frog, though. That'd be weird. Now I select all the right things and then change it to the right. Okay, now for this stuff, because I was silly. So I have two of them. I need to add a derived side pigtail up. Side pigtail. So down look or up looks like that. Oh, they're exactly the same. Well, okay, I probably didn't want to mess with that anyways. Oh well. I don't think I'm losing anything on there. Now then, here comes the hard part, where I start doing all... Oh, no, I need to do mouth still. My bad. Oh, no. Okay. It's not like it's a big deal, but it's annoying. And then I just use this salmon for open. Let's go pink. Actually, do we have anything on our sheet for what our open mouth is? Is it just like really red? I think I should see it in there. Salmon pink. Not that. Not that. Let's drop the saturation a bit to like 40. Then drop the luminosity, or then up the luminosity 80. That's a little gray, so let's increase saturation a bit. That's it. There we go. Cool. Save, and let me bring this up so that I can export it again. And open. Get rid of the background. Now this shouldn't cause any problems because I'm not adding anything new and I have not changed the bounding boxes of these things. What's really going to be annoying is figuring out scale again. Okay, they appear to be the same size. I am ruining the old one. Okay, back into this. Stretch. Dislocate those shoulders just a bit. Ooh, yep, that rotated. Not a good stretch unless something pops that shouldn't pop. There we go. So now we got the mouth in. And I can just go in here and I can go mouth open, mouth closed. And to do that, I'm making warps. Mouth closed warp. Where are you? Mouth open warp. Okay. Grab them, set them to 0. Disturbing. Okay. Oh, no, that was just the outline. I thought it was bleeding through. And I thought I had put outlines on the eyes. I guess I did on the proper layers, but I screwed up on the actual thing. So this should be at 45 because it's a binary. It's open or closed. So once again, closed on left side. Open on right side. And then I start putting the pieces together so I can figure out how I am going to do the actual proper warp stuff. Or lean stuff, with the body being actually leanable. 51. Okay, I'm going to put this into mount group. Mount warp. Now then, collapse that, collapse that. I said collapse it. Thank you. We're collapsing everything that we currently have so we can figure... Oh, we need to do fishtail. Tail warp. Great parameter. Tail up. Tail up. Tail down toggle. So I kind of said it before. In some aspects, live 2D rigging is not hard. It's just horribly tedious. It's like, look at this. In order to keep properly organized, I'm making so many sub-warps and folders and naming things and making sure they're connected to the right thing, so on and so forth. And this is with a sprite. This is not with the bigger ones. I mean, I go in full bore with it, but it is not the fullest bore you can be. Okay. So they're all going to have this to begin with. Yeah, Juniper? Yeah, Junie has a problem. She rigs all her own stuff. There's a slight problem there. Okay, let's say that. God bless her. But even she admits she has a problem of just like, I want to rig something new. I mean, I kind of have the same thing too. I mean, like, I've done a few on the side. I rig something new for every stream, but I find that funny. And it also works with that, I'm not a VTuber, what's my model sheet? Drop your sheets. How many gigabytes do you want sent over? Honestly, doing my own little thing, like, I never take more than an hour. Maybe this one I took longer because I was trying to fiddle something in here with the harpoon. But it's basically Zen Garden. I've done it a million times. I've rigged these motions before. True. Okay, so we have that. Now we can make the head stuff. And this will solve most of our stuff. We have that. Let's look for our mouth, our eyes, and our ears. And this is now head warp. Yep. You go under head warp. So we're going with, this is fully, oh, also I need to have everything here selected and put on. Main body warp. This will be an important tool in a minute. So this can go in body, just so I can stay sane. Neck might actually need to be changed. Oh no, neck can go under head. Yeah, that'll be fine, because if I move head around, it'll move neck around. Okay, so these two are the body. Body warp. Full body toggle. Tilt body toggle. So, full tilt occurs here. This is when the whole body's over. So we'll say like right here is where mid tilt happens. We could have at 5. That's fine. So this can be 0. I said 0. This can be 0. This can be 0. This can be 0. Now then, when it's in full up mode, the head has to be moved up 1 pixel. We've established that. So we're going to adjust this. Minus 0.499. That's joined up. Now for the actually, I think the arm should move too. We're going to call this upper body wide warp. All this does, in fact, I'm going to delete this right here, because what I need to do, I need to ensure everything moves up by 1 pixel. My point of reference is going to be these touching. And then I clicked out here. This extends it. Maybe I mess with some stuff later. For right now, minus 0.499. Right now, we go down. Do 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 do. Okay. Now, for this one, it's going to suck. It's going to suck a lot, but we're going to do it. This is the proper thing to do. I was off by 1. There we go. And then we get rid of the 1 at the end because we want to go over to that. So this needs to move 1 pixel over. In order to do that, I'm putting this edge up here. And I'm moving this over. .201. So now we have the faces. We have fully standing up. We have the beginning of the lean. And then we have... Okay. Also, what we might want to do is have head move forward 1 pixel. So with head group, we're going to have head warp X. That's going to move this entire thing forward 1 pixel so that everything feels like it moved. Otherwise, everything's just kind of leaning back. I kind of had 1 pixel pushed over, but I don't think that worked out too well, but we got it here. So we push this in. We go 2, 3, we get rid of that one. Click this, and then we move... Actually... Oh. Hey, neck shouldn't be in there. Okay, one second. Let's back this up a little bit. Actually, let's just go over here. Turn you to default. Throw that into the abyss. Move this out of here. Delete that. Get everything but neck. And call this... No, I hit Control A. Head X warp. Now we're cooking. We go back into the lane. Go. Boop. Boop, boop. Select this. And this edge matches this edge. So this needs to move over 64 pixels, I think. Which creates a terrible amount of undos, which sucks, but you live with it, you deal with it. You don't love it. God, no, you don't love it. So, boop, boop, boop. That just looks like the... Also, let me save this for a second. I just realized I haven't saved in a while. By that I mean at all. I didn't even establish the file. That's the wrong location. I hate how this saves at times. Okay, save as. Get out of the folder that I touched like a week ago. I will not stop complaining about that because it's opening everything out of a folder, but it wants to save it to something you did 2 weeks ago. Okay. Nope, I don't want that one. I want Saba. Okay, save. Alright, getting back into this, turn off that. So, issue I'm finding. This looks a little silly, because it just goes like the head stays in the same spot. So, the option is that I move this thing over 1 more pixel with the lean. I mean, it makes sense. How about I have the head come down? I think this needs to move too. So let's adjust this. Like, get rid of that one. Decapitation. And we adjust this out to be 5 again. For 0.3. First off, we put this back in here. Adjust this back. And then the upper body, or the main body warp, I think we should move it 1 more pixel. So we put this at back 3. We get rid of 1, so everything disappears. Oop. But we move this over another pixel. Very precise. I really wish I could just put in here, like, move over this many units, but it doesn't quite have that. Or if it does, it's very hidden. Okay. So unselect everything. How does the link look now? You know, putting it over at 1... Now let's go back into this and undo a little bit. Doing it at 1 now will look alright, because, like, things aren't exactly matching up. And what I'm trying to avoid is too many things moving the same way at all times. Then it just looks like weird. Like, none of this is going to look quote-unquote organic, but you know what I mean when I say, like, it looks more natural. It makes sense when you look at it. You don't have, like, weird things flickering between 2 points. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. Now then. I have arms up, I have the ears, I have the mouth. I don't think there's anything else I need to mess with too much. Unless I want to add something that... allows a secondary up and down on the head. But I think there's enough on here and it won't matter. So let's go to physics. You can see physics. Oh no. Okay. My bad. So here's where I got it to. That looks more natural than it moving at the same time. I accidentally had a sprite up. I really need a second monitor set up for this. Anyways. Save. Physics. So first off, tail warp. Tail warp is primarily going to be based off of breath. And this is going to be angle, this is going to be 100, and I'm going to add short. It doesn't really matter. The tail up. And I need to go back in here and make this like 45 degrees. And make this longer. Now, I'd like to have a bit of angle X on here as a positional, or Y. And I think it should be reflective. Oh, this should be 10, not 100. So if you go ram it up or down, tail wiggles a little bit more. Not too, insane, but it is what it is. Now, arm up. I think I'm going to have arm up purely be on X. So let's add, or on Y. So angle Y, we'll have this be in just same setup as before. We add in short hair, make it 10. And have this be an effectiveness of 100. And we have the output, and we'll have it be arm. now we're going to have lean. Now lean's going to be a little bit different because I want to have a bit of the body. Oh no, I still have body Z. That's strange. That should be like low here. Anyway, we have body Z and we have angle Y on here. Or let's use body Y just to make it different. These are both going to be angles. This is going to be 70% of it, and this is okay, 70% of it. And we're going to import short hair and make it 10. Minus 45, 45. And maybe for a bit of fun and bounciness, we'll have angle Y be it here in a position of like about 50. Just a little spice. Just so I can do like, you know, this. And that will affect lean, so... body Y. Let's... Convergence is like 2. Reaction time is like 1. Okay. Let's keep it at that. What other ones do we need? We need to have animal ears, which are both going to be basically the same thing. We have tail, we have that. Okay. Animal ear left. So we're going to have input. First off, we're going to have mouth form is going to be a thing in here. That's going to be that. Actually, do I want to have a blink? I've seen it used before. It talked about having a blink parameter derivative, so that like it follows the blink, so you can have something that happens kind of after and like, you know, shakes around with all the pendulum nonsense. I think I'm going to do that, so I'm going to add I'm going to add a combined blink derived. Blink. Blink. Okay, physics setting. So we're going to have a derived into a derived. Blink. And this happens with just both eyes, and they're both going to be pendulums at 50%, or angle at 50%. Oh, no. Position. Because this needs to return to 0. Actually, is this you need to be a 0 to 1. Okay. And they're reflected. And I'm going to add a short, and then I'm going to add another one that is basically the same, and we're going to go off the second one. So this one doesn't react as much. And this one takes a little bit of time to converge. By converge, I mean like it wiggles around until it settles down. If it's like 2, it's just like it lives that bit. Output goes into blink. Okay, this should be a little longer. Let's have this be 7. Let's have this be 4. Okay, I think I have this backwards. Oop. Yeah, I want blink to go up as I goes down. Okay. So now that we have that, we can feed it into this. So we get to add blink. And you will be part of the positional, so let's have 50 on there. This is going to be minus 30 to 40, or to 30. We add malform, which tracks malform will track, what do you want to say? Sorry, I'm braining a little bit here. Malform tracks smiling and frowning to a degree. It's not perfect, but it works. Nope, not left. Left eye open. We'll have that be a positional at 50. And let's add two things. Make the second one smaller. 0.8, 1.5. Output, we add left here. Let's just watch it pose for a second and see how that feels. Oh, they're both rigged to left ear. Okay, one second. No? Wait, how is right ear getting hit by that? Wait a second. Oh, right ear is getting hit because it's just randomly moving stuff. Sorry. Okay. Let's duplicate this and call it, right? And this will be right. Now then, in order for this to remain at, like, lower for this is going to be like 30. 30. Oh. It'd help if that was the right read. Nah, I think I should match them. I think we got it. Maybe on the right ear, this is only 80%. Okay, let me just pause this, reset to defaults. And let's have malform be 100%. Sorry for being quiet, just thinking. I'm thinking everything's working out pretty good. I could add more frills on here, like maybe having the twin tails move in the back, maybe having the hair flaps do a little flapping because that's what they're good for. But as for a little sprite model, this is pretty full. I don't know. I draw a lighthouse later and put her with crabs. I really want to get a smile in there, but I don't have the real estate. I mean, like, I can put the colon 3 like right here. They'll look really off center, maybe like right here. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do a save out. Let's crack this open. And I'm going to add a new feature into here. Save it to its own thing. Import it in there, but... Okay, where's... Duplicate mouth open. No, let's get rid of that one. Let's duplicate this one. What can I say? I just like anime girls so cute and happy. Does that work or not? I mean... It kind of reads, but it kind of doesn't. It's not like I can move it either way to make it work. It'll have to do, because I'm doing this. You can't stop me. Alright, let's give it a save out. Export it into the Photoshop document. Close it down so that I can actually import it into here correctly. Okay. File, open, recent. Delete background, because it lives to annoy me. Image, scale image to 60 by 64, I think it was. Yep. And then scale the inch stuff to 1600. Scale. Override. Now, I haven't done any edits to this model, so I should be able to bring it in here exactly. Back to default values. So I go over to here. I copy paste. I say I want to replace. Now I have a new feature in head group, which is the model. So now I will go down and I will find where the faceplate for the head lives by there we go. Okay. And I will move this up here into mouth warp. Move it into the closed mouth warp because now I have a toggle. I'm going to have W mouth warp, mouth toggle, if I can spell. And normal mouth toggle. So what that means is that I'm going to go down into mouth form. When malformed is normal, or is like less than a certain value, it's going to be the normal closed. Otherwise, we are going to give her a W. So let's say 3%. Let's make her smile a lot. Okay. There we go. Surgery was a success, I hope. Let's see what the thrashing in this mode. I almost want to add a blush now, but yeah, I don't think I'm adding more value to this by doing too much more. It's really busy. Okay, I'm going to add one more thing. So since I have this one extend open, it only makes sense to have this have a smile on it. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. Okay, I saved that. Let me go into my protect, because script will basically dox my machine. It's in a proper location, it doesn't matter, but I don't trust it because I might open my normal Steam version one day, because I have once or twice. That one's buried and stuff. Okay. Open the sprite and delete the background layer that I just love keeping around for no good reason. Increase its size by 64. Increase the resolution by a lot. Overwrite. Minimize. Get back into this. I'm trying to think if there would be a better way I could do it. Like, if I use some sub-pixel stuff, could I do it? Okay, so once again, we get this head group, and now we slowly move this down to where the rest of them live. So, like, right down here. Look at that, not a thought in that head. And now we bring it over to here, where we have mouth smile toggle and mouth open toggle. And this adds more life than it probably should. Okay, so once again, we go back down to malform. We set these to 0. We smack down our 2 points, and then we chose like 3. Yep. So then we go to... First we open the mouth. The smile toggle will be on this side. Y. The normal mouth toggle will be on this side. Oh. B. Okay. Okay, let's see how this looks. I'll do a save first. Toss them all into the void. I'm not sold on it, and it's kind of silly. but it does read. As a W. We have some cover-up of the hair up here. So I think I'm going to need to find the hair thing and move it above the ears. There we go. Okay, it's almost been 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours, and I'm pretty much done with this. I don't think of what else I can add. I mean, I could do some silly things like add some stuff to the hands so they like actually go down instead of being in, you know, that cute little palm out pose. But I mean, like, this is made to be diabetes cute. I mean, look, she bounces around. And I think I've done quite well on the... I mean, it's just a 3-step... it's my standard 3 frames does a heck of a lot, sort of thing. Oh wait, there's something a little weird there. Is it just because it has a magenta background, pink background, that it's doing some things? No, I think it's nothing. Da, ba, da, 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 da. And I got even a bit of the smug in there. So when it gets high enough, the left ear will go all the way to the top, but not the right ear. See? Okay. I think we're good. And probably in tomorrow, maybe later tonight, I have stuff I need to do. I'll try to make a little animation of her next to a lighthouse. And maybe some crabs. Kaneki. Biggest butts. Okay. Well then, thank you very much for joining. But I think I am done here. And with that, I'll let you get to your own things, and I'll get to my own things. And I'll see you next time. Probably, to be honest, more programming in Beatrice and Beepools. I've done a little bit of work on the side, not much though. Maybe I'll do some solo, but I really want to get that game finished. So that said, until next time.